Why are you playing stupid? Are you like, you have like issue with memory or something? I'm just trying to figure out.
Because you're driving like a clown.
We found this on Behind the Mugshot. So new channel for us. We're checking them out. Found this video. We like it. So give them a check out. Maybe you'll find something you like too.
Reason for start reckless driving.
It's that easy.
Reckless on the scooter.
That easy. Let me see your license.
Officer, what's your number?
55.
Okay.
155 is good.
You don't even know his name when you're asking.
License, driver's license.
Malik working?
What?
Is Malik working?
Who's working?
It's Tango 7910A. Get your license.
I'm confused. What's going on here? I just got here about an hour ago. Why am I being like pulled over or whatever?
I already explained to you. You're driving behind cars, slamming on your brakes, driving carelessly, and screeching your tires the whole time. So you almost ran into a few cars as I watch you running, go back and forth on Duval
I
Street.
don't think that's me. I'm trying to find my friend.
No, ma'am, it was clearly you.
Yeah.
I have two eyes that I can see with. Okay.
Yeah, I have two eyes
Perfect.
that I can see with as well.
So you've been driving back and forth Duval Street for like last 15 minutes or so. Yes.
I don't think that's me.
Okay. Well, yes. We're not arguing here.
We're not going to argue.
What about him?
No, what about you? We have you stopped.
I understand. Why not him?
Okay. Our focus is you right now. When we're done with you, we'll address the others.
People always want you to deal with someone else.
It means you slamming on the brakes and sliding because your brakes are locking up. Your tires are screeching on the pavement.
Me?
You,
Yeah, and following a car very closely. That's the definition. That's the definition of reckless driving. All right, let's see your
I
driver's
think
license.
that you have the wrong person, but
Yeah, sure.
Okay, can we see your license?
I'm totally down to give you my license, but I
Okay.
think that you have the wrong person.
Yeah, probably not.
55, switching it to.
That Minnesota driving
because we're on the move it up right over here.
I didn't know I was getting pulled over.
Oh boy, now you are pulled right over here.
I don't know if I do
Will
that.
you move it up for me? Obviously, I don't know how to drive. I'll just scoot it up.
That's good enough there.
What?
That's good enough there.
Okay, thank you. I wish I knew what you guys were talking about. Why?
This officer addresses the fact that that moped is not a toy. But there is zero protection for you if you get into a wreck on a moped. I mean, she's not wearing a helmet. She's got no protective equipment on whatsoever. She is just out there. She's just driving around with not the slightest bit, not even a pair of gloves. So if she gets even into the most minor collision, it's going to be devastating to her. I mean, she's going to break stuff. She's going to be, the injuries have an extreme possibility of being catastrophic. So as she's driving that, obviously poorly because she's impaired, like her chances of getting into a wreck that are going to permanently change her life are exponentially higher. So them stopping her is absolutely, it's in that girl's best interest that she doesn't even know that she got stopped before she crashed into someone.
I really do believe you guys have the wrong person.
Nope.
Why do you say that?
Because four eyes cannot make the same mistake. I saw you, he saw you.
You
Okay?
realize I look like any other blonde bitch on this road, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of that look exactly like you driving around recklessly. Yeah, a lot.
I don't understand what I've done recklessly.
Okay. We just explained that to you. Once again, you were following a pickup truck on the wall, real close. You were braking and accelerating and braking and accelerating. You made your way through here earlier behind an electric car, and I told you to slow down. And then you came around again because you. Listen, I'm talking now. This is not a toy. It's a motor vehicle. Can you please keep going? That's my wife. All right. This is not a toy. This is a motor vehicle. You're treating it as a toy. That's the way you're driving
I'm
it.
not.
That's the way you're driving it.
I'm not.
All right?
Sure sounds like you are.
So you're driving recklessly? That's enough?
Be better.
To stop you.
That's the moral of the story.
More explanation of that.
I don't think that I've been stopped.
Sir, we're doing an investigation.
That's
We're
recklessness.
My word, it won't happen.
That's
Oh.
Okay, but
recklessness.
you were not driving, she was driving.
Yes, and that's why.
You're married.
Do me a favor, come over here. Come over here.
Thank you for doing that.
This is a traffic stop.
Yes.
You gotta let us finish our investigation. Do
I
not
believe you
Hold on,
only
let me
need to
finish.
tell a person
Let me
one
finish.
time.
Let me finish.
Not more.
This is an investigation. All right? This is a traffic stop. It's an investigation.
Ask her if she understands. If she says yes.
All right, listen to me. Listen to me. You cannot obstruct our investigation.
My interpretation of that is my wife's an idiot. And she doesn't understand things.
So,
I love you.
all right, let us finish our investigation.
Where are you staying?
What?
Where are you staying? What, you staying at a hotel or are you staying at, where are you staying at?
I'm staying with a friend.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If we're gonna see you again on the scooter doing what you were doing earlier, you're gonna go to jail. You understand? For careless driving.
I was never careless driving.
Yes,
I
you.
literally got
Yes,
here
you.
like an hour
Why are you playing stupid? Are you like? You have like issue with memory or something? I'm just trying to figure out.
No, not at all.
You know, how old
Yes.
are you?
22.
22 years old. So you're an adult, right?
There's a problem.
Correct. So you telling two police officers that witnessed you drive like a, in a careless manner, you telling us that it wasn't you. Is that
I'm not saying that wasn't me.
You said it wasn't you.
I understand what is going
It's exactly what you said.
I'm explaining you as an adult to an adult.
Okay. So
Okay.
No.
So you were driving. I know what you look like. I can see your tattoos, and I know what what you're driving this rental scooter from this company. You went up and down Duval Street numerous times.
What scooter number am I driving?
It doesn't matter.
What
It's a rental
scooter
scooter.
number am I driving?
It doesn't matter what number.
Because I'm here with 34 other
Okay, well, we're
people.
just gonna give you a ticket. That's fine.
Okay, give me a ticket. That's fine. I'm trying to understand.
Okay. You're clearly not comprehending or understanding.
Clearly, I don't understand what's going on.
Okay, put your kickstand on your scooter, please, and get off.
Okay.
Grab your stuff.
Okay.
Who has her ID?
I'm gonna pull up on my car so I can give her a ticket.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, come with me.
Why am I?
Come with me.
What?
Either you can walk with me normal, or I can put you in handcuffs so we can walk over there. Is this like an okay
Right,
thing?
Am I being arrested or?
I don't know yet. We're gonna have a conversation about it. Come with me.
Can we have it here?
No. We need to have it by my car.
Okay.
Go stand in front of my car. All right. Where are you coming from?
I live in Illinois.
No. Where are you coming from tonight?
I just got here like 20 minutes ago.
You just got to Key West 20 minutes ago.
About an hour ago, and I
So
just
an
got
hour
my
ago.
scooter not too long ago.
Okay. So where are you coming from in Key West, and why are you driving on Duval? That's what I'm asking.
I just got off my flight from St. Louis.
Okay.
I live in Missouri,
Okay.
Illinois. I'm sorry.
Okay.
One of
I
those
live
states.
in St. Louis.
All right. So let's do a timeline. All right.
Okay.
Your plane lands in Key West, right?
Yes.
You get off your plane. You go to Sunshine Scooters. You get your scooter. Then where do you go?
Just been driving around,
You've just been driving around.
trying to find any place that I can find.
Okay. So you didn't stop anywhere on your scooter. You got on your scooter at Sunshine Scooters and started driving around.
I've stopped here and there, but
Where have you stopped?
To
I'm
drink.
not from here. I don't know.
Okay.
Just stop anywhere and everywhere that I can.
So I can only speak from here in Arizona. So I only know Arizona laws. But scooters still fall within motor vehicles, which means you can get a DUI on one. Apparently, you could also get a DUI on one in Key West, Florida. If you want a mode of transportation that you can operate and not get a DUI, use a bicycle, old school bicycle, like with pedals that you pedal. Then can't get a DUI. Don't ride a horse because you can get a DUI on one of those.
Okay. Who are you here with?
My friends, people who I work with,
And where are your friends right now?
obviously anywhere but here.
All right. So, do you see how you're making this really difficult on us?
I don't. That's why I'm so confused.
You don't? Okay, so you're driving like a fool on Duval Street. That's why this officer pulled you over, okay? And then I'm asking you, let me explain who I am, okay? I'm a traffic officer, right?
Yeah.
So what I do for a living is I write DUIs, okay?
Yes.
And I'm telling by
The hero has arrived.
you're under the influence of something.
Yep.
Okay? That's my belief, that you're under the influence of something, and I base that on my experience. Now, I was a police officer in Illinois, too, so I base that off of my experience. Doesn't matter. I base that off of my experience from working in Illinois and in working in Florida, all right? So I've done plenty of DUIs, and I've yet to put you through any type of exercises yet, but I can tell by looking at you that you're under the influence of some type of intoxicating compound. You understand me?
Not really, but okay.
Well, I mean...
What about that can't you understand?
Things. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I do understand, but I don't
And you don't agree. Okay, that's all I ask, because you do not agree, but you understand. All right, so what time did you pick your scooter up today? Was it daylight or dark?
Probably around 5.
All right, so do you know what time it is right now?
8:55 p.m.
So 4 hours ago, you picked up your scooter. So see how that doesn't make sense now? Because you just told me you just got off the plane an hour ago. So that would have been 7:55.
I've been driving around for about an hour. I picked up my scooter and I went and I took a nap.
What hotel are you staying at?
I'm not staying at a hotel.
So where are you
I'm
staying when you're
with
here?
my friends.
So where are they staying?
I wish I knew. Unfortunately, I got separated from my friends.
Okay, your
I have
friend?
friends who live here.
All right, and where do they
That's
live?
why I am here.
All right, so where did they live on the island?
If I was with them, they would be able to tell you.
So you just randomly showed up in Key West with your friends and you don't know where they live. So where are your bags right now? Where's your luggage?
At my friend's house. I told you I got off the plane, I went to my friend's house, I took a nap, woke up, here I am, driving around. I'm not under the influence of anything. I'm confused on why you're asking me so many
You're
questions.
impaired by something. It could be stupid.
Because I have to do an investigation.
I do understand.
Based on my business. So here's the thing, okay? I believe from my experience that you're under the influence of something, okay?
Yep.
So in order to dispel my beliefs that you're under the influence of an intoxicating compound, would you want to submit to field sobriety exercises?
If you would like to, I'd rather.
Well,
not.
I'm asking you the question if you would like to submit to a field sobriety exercise.
Probably not.
So is that a yes or is that a no? I need a very clear and decisive answer. All right. So here's what's going to happen. Okay. Here's what's going to happen. All right. Where are your friends at right now?
Driving around on their scooters.
Okay. Call one of your friends right now.
And say what?
And have them come here.
And say what? So that you can give them a DUI too?
Why would they get a DUI?
Giving you a DUI?
I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know why I got pulled over.
Because you're driving like a clown. You've been driving like a clown for the past half hour. This officer's watched you once go by, and then he pulled you over the second time you've gone by because you're driving erratically down the street of Duval. Okay? Which is a Saturday night, which is 100 people on Duval, and you're driving like a fool. You ever read your rights before?
I work for a lawyer.
Perfect. You ever read your Miranda rights before?
That's why you're such a difficult human.
I'm going to read you your rights again. All right?
Am I being arrested?
All I ask is that you do not interrupt me while I'm reading them. After you're done, if you have any questions, you can ask them then.
I have any questions now.
Well, I'm going to read this to you first, and then you can ask me questions afterwards. You understand me?
Yes.
All right, perfect. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and to have him present while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to you and represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any single time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. You understand these rights as I've read them to you? You understand these rights as I've read them to you?
You're reading them off of a card. Do you understand them?
I do understand them. I'm reading them off a card, yes. Do you understand these rights?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. At any point in time, as a law enforcement officer, asks you to speak to an attorney? Yes or no?
No.
Perfect.
There we
Having
go.
these rights in mind, you wish to talk to us?
So this girl almost throws some shade at this officer for using his Miranda card. It is a unbelievably common practice. I just don't use it. I've committed them to memory very early on in my career. I can recite them in front of a jury. I can recite them right now. So I do them. Ours are much less involved here than the card that he read about, like, there's a whole last part about, like, has a law enforcement officer asked you, to contact a lawyer or anything like that? Like, we don't read those. That's probably something that is department specific, and Key West Police Department probably makes their officers do that. Here in Arizona, we just read the regular Miranda rights without all of that extra stuff. So it's a common practice for guys to use that card. So it's just because she was throwing shade didn't mean she was right.
I'm trying to ask you a question before you read me that.
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to us about the incidents that happened tonight?
What kind of questions are you trying to ask?
It's a yes or no answer.
Sure.
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me about what happened tonight?
What do you want to ask? Yes. What do you want to ask?
Perfect.
So
Where are you
difficult.
coming from? Where was your scooter parked before you got here?
My friend's house.
Okay. All right. So here's the deal. In order to dispel my belief that you're operating a motor vehicle in the state of Florida on Duval Street, would you wish to submit to a field sobriety test? Exercises.
No.
You do not wish to do that. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and turn around for me and put your hands behind your back.
Gotcha.
You're being arrested for the suspicion of a DUI.
79 is one in custody, one female in custody.
Notice how she has not said, I didn't take anything.
Tight.
You also have very small wrists, so they have to be tighter than normal because I don't want you slipping out of them.
I'm not going to slip out of them.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make sure of that.
Please do. Thank you.
Do you have anything else on you should be aware of? Anything illegal?
Nothing but nipple rings.
Okay, those aren't
Oh, my.
illegal. Anything in your pockets?
No, but my left hand's going numb. Can you,
There you go. There's plenty of room.
Thank you.
Always difficult.
The car. All right. Hang tight.
I'm not
Key
going
West.
anywhere if that's what you're asking.
I'm not asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hasn't asked a question at all.
Which car am I getting in?
Mine.
Okay. So why am I
Hey,
going
Leo,
that way?
can you sit here for a second with her? I need to clear out my back seat.
It's in your back seat.
A box
Of what?
of other stuff that doesn't concern you.
Hold on to her, open the door for you.
Just hold on to her. I'll take care of it.
Gotcha.
I had COVID 2 weeks ago, if you guys are curious.
Perfect. Congratulations.
I like that answer.
No.
My hand is
I've
going
checked.
numb.
I've checked for proper fit. You have enough room.
My hand is going numb.
Okay.
Full cage, half cage.
You have viable space.
Half cage. Nice. Good check. Take that change, throw it on the floor.
All right. Please come this way. Take a seat. You can let her go. You can't do it. I have a. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
For safety.
110 pounds. You want to tackle me
I don't want to tackle you.
or anything else, you're more than welcome to.
Just lean up against the car.
It's a strange statement.
You're okay.
Open your mouth. Stick your tongue out. Lift up your tongue for me. Perfect.
What is your first name? T? T and Alan? Tyler?
Nope.
Troy?
Nope.
What is it?
Not those.
Good answer.
How you say your name?
Cheyenne.
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 Cheyenne. Okay, so I'm
No,
getting
Cheyenne.
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 Okay. It's my third language. I'm getting-
Where are you from originally?
Colombia, South America.
Really?
Yes, yes, beautiful country of Colombia.
Yes. Can I go to the bathroom? You guys are both married. No, he's not. No, he's not. I have 2 stepkids. They are, they're great.
No one cares.
If I was this woman's husband and I just watched the same video that we just watched, I'd be kind of curious as to why my wife was flirting with some cops, asking them if they're married, asking them what their name is, just, saying you could tackle me or do anything you want. Like, those aren't appropriate for, well, any situation involving law enforcement, but certainly not appropriate when you're a husband-wife and you've taken those vows and stuff. So I don't know. I wouldn't have been, as her husband, I wouldn't have been too impressed with that. We'd probably be having a sober conversation. If she has those, be having a sober conversation with her about that.
Everyone would think that I'm like the widest girl ever. So naturally I'm blind. So I dyed my hair pink for this trip.